What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. We're bringing Juan in right now.
Oh man.
What's going on, dude?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey!
Hey, look at that fucking discotheque in there. What's going on?
Uh, all right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm good, bud.
Oh, good. How you doing, man?
Dude,
How's your week?
it was interesting. It was very interesting. Um, it's an interesting time right now.
Yeah, man. It's strange times indeed. I was saying, actually, my coworkers and some of my roommates earlier. It's just like every day, it's waiting for the next weird thing.
I know. I know.
Like,
Like,
you saw that, you saw that sign in Quakertown recently, right?
holy shit.
That was
Dude,
amazing. That's like the first thing I want to talk about is like, holy crap, man. Oh, that fucking. You want to enlighten the people what I'm talking about, Luke?
dude, so it's the sign that said, it said like, didn't it say like, thank you, Trump, for building the wall?
Yeah, well, it says like, God built the ark, Trump built the wall. That way to protect us from coronavirus and save us all. I was
Right.
like, that sounds like a fucking spell.
But I was like super confused too, because I'm just like, wait a minute, like, did the wall get built and I missed that? I'm just so confused with everything that's going on right now. I'm like,
Only
did
it's the
I?
imaginary walls that we've been put
Yeah.
upon ourselves. I was like,
I was like, did the wall get built and I like completely missed out on it? Like,
this was their time, man. No one can be out there protesting, so they had to build that wall real quick.
Yeah, like, is this reality right now? Like, did I miss
Mhm.
out? Like, I'm just like questioning everything.
Yeah, tis weird times, but I don't know what trying to think. I don't know what you've been up to this week at all. Anything interesting? Anything fun?
So I have been trying. And I don't care what anybody says. I enjoy spiked seltzers.
Oh hell,
Uh,
that's what I'm doing right now, bud. I got
dude,
that Platform Brewing Company. Oh, I got a Bud Light
yes,
seltzer.
yeah. We didn't even plan this. All right,
Oh no, hell yeah! Tropical
so
Punch. This is fucking great.
so here's the thing. I'm trying to trim the weight down a little bit, and the seltzer is like only I think like 100 calories or something like that, like something
Mm-hmm.
insanely low. So I went to our beer distributor, which is like I want to say like 500 feet from our house,
Oh, it's not
and
too far away at all.
no, not at all. And the guy has like zero social skills whatsoever. It's awesome every time. I try to like over socialize him every time I'm there. Like I'm just like,
It's
hey man,
overstimulate the shit out of them.
yeah, like, hey man, how are you doing? How'd your day go?
Oh
Because
god, you're the worst. You're
dude,
a fucking introvert's nightmare, dude.
I'm like most people's nightmare actually. Um, dude,
In
I
the
mean, like,
comments, it's get spicy.
yeah, I mean, if you're not introverted, I'm most likely gonna roast you when we're out. So,
Mm-hmm.
but so I went over and I was like, "What's the price of White Claw?" And I was like, "Well, what's cheaper?" Because it tastes just about mostly tastes the same. It's seltzer.
I'm impartial to certain ones. The OG love will always be the fucking mango White Claw.
All right,
But what?
so the black cherry Bud Light, I would get a full case of that,
Oh yeah, I bet that would be tasty.
dude.
But
It's good. And I was probably like too many seltzers deep last night, and I texted a certain female that we know, who my friend Anna, and
okay. I was like,
yeah,
your ex? I was like,
no, I don't do that. No, that's that's
look at
that's
that. Look at that face of terror. He's like, "Oh God, my might."
that's another conversation. Can we go back? Can you remember that? We'll go back to that in a minute.
Okay, I'll put it. I'll pin it in.
Yeah. Put a pin on that one. So I'm like too many seltzers deep last night. And I am drinking the lime seltzer, and I'm a huge gin and tonic or gin and club. I like to do gin and club because the tonic has too much sugar. Thank you.
Hi, John.
So
Guest appearance by John Archer,
ooh, that's really good. That's really, I don't know what that is, but it's a pro. That is what she said. So anyway, this is why I didn't want him on the show, so I could fucking concentrate and talk.
You're fine.
So, I'm drinking the lime seltzer, and I was talking to my new found friend Sarah Sheeler. I don't think Sarah's probably not on right now. And I don't know if she's ready to.
But Shara. Shout out Shara.
Yeah. So we're talking about gin because she's a huge gin fan, and I love gin. One of my favorite gins is Blue Coat. It's made out in Philly.
Yeah.
Superb. But actually, man. Yeah. Bluebird's really good. I got a bottle of that the other week, and I went through it way too fast.
It's easy to get that stuff, man. It's so good.
Yeah, Faber actually, like if you haven't tried Faber stuff,
still haven't. I've had it in cocktails, but we talked about this a while ago. I haven't had it straight up yet.
Dude, it's super cheap and like it's scary how smooth it is for like a $15 bottle. I bought the rum.
Yeah, dude. Even their most expensive liquor like doesn't even break the $40 bottle mark.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So I'm drinking this lime seltzer last night, and I had this epiphany. My mind exploded, and I ascended into the beautiful
God, I'm concerned
of space. And
are you a Scientologist now? Is this what this is going to tell me right now?
I'm 100% clear now with Tom Cruise, but I know too much about Scientology. Let's not get into that. But so
I think we can get into that sometime though. But anyway,
yeah, lime seltzer with gin. So
they do that. Oh my God, what place that I used to go to in the city? Yeah, it would be a seltzer cocktail, and that shit. I was like, I can handle this, dude. That got you wrecked. I underestimated the 3 or 4 that I drank, and I'm sitting there like, well, this is my life, and this is where I die. Like,
I mean, that's what I was like. That's what I'm thinking is it was a very like tasty lime seltzer flavor, and you can barely taste the alcohol. It's like 5%. It's there,
yeah.
but I'm like, what if you combine like really nice gin with this? Like,
it'd be pretty banging.
Dude, it'd be pretty banging, and it probably would bang you like without you like even realizing it. So, I'm super interested. I mean, I can't. It's not like we can go to Wine and Spirits right now, and
I mean, you go to New Jersey. All the state stores there are still open.
Are we technically allowed to drive to New Jersey?
I don't think so, but it hasn't stopped anyone from this house doing it.
All right, fair enough.
It's like a hard suggestion, like an unwritten rule of the road.
Okay, so if anybody in the comments knows, are we legally allowed to go to New Jersey right now?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like
Jen said not allowed, but I can't take Jen's word. She goes on dates with guys named Chad. So,
oh God, here we go again. Another Chad episode. Oh God.
But
yeah.
Not to leave a hanging Chad or anything into the conversation, but I don't know. Like it's really rough right now because I should have ordered some stuff from Faber's website last week, and they're completely sold out right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what happen, man. People want to stay in and get drunk. Two necessities: in, drunk.
I'm having a dilemma. Although we recently acquired some wine, I'm not allowed to tell that story. I'm not allowed to divulge any information, but we have wine.
Good.
I can tell you off the air, Juan.
Okay, that's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'll get a little downtown scoop, as they call it.
Oh, the downtown scoop. Do you know about the downtown scoop?
Oh, do I not know about the downtown scoop? Jesus.
Oh my God! Talk about
it always puts a smile on my face.
Talk about the best business name ever. Oh man, I need to get one of their T-shirts because it sounds like I don't know how old you.
Dirty F move.
Yeah. So what it reminds me
of,
there's
the Kama Sutra, then there's like the beyond part of the Kama Sutra.
Yes. So what it reminds me of is I remember being like a freshman or sophomore in college and coming back and hanging out with all my friends from high school. It was like 10 or 15 of us. Mm-hmm. And like it was like the first hangout you have after you go out into the world and expand your horizons.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my friends coming back and they're like, have you ever heard of this thing called the Dirty Sanchez? And then they start, but they start going through like Dutch ovens and all those like weird fucking things.
The Rossi trombone, the Cleveland steamer,
right. The Cleveland steamer.
So like raspberry.
So when my friend Anissa told me that they were opening up the downtown scoop, I'm like, oh, that sounds like some sort of like sick, perverted, like sexual fucking like misconduct thing that a girl would just like stab you over doing.
Yeah.
So now I tell her all the time after I hooked up with somebody, I'm like, yeah, I gave her the downtown scoop.
For those that are watching the comments, tell us what you think the downtown scoop would be. I feel like it'd be like a kind of like wrestling move that you're doing, similar to the pile driver, except you're you have them scooped up and they're just like this in this position, and you're just like feeding them your junk. So whatever it is, whatever you guys think it is in the comments, just put it down there real quick. But on the back of the topic of seltzers, I want to disagree. Not all seltzers taste the same, especially after drinking Willie's Super Brew last week, dude.
Okay.
Oh my God, that stuff is amazing. And then the platform stuff's really fucking tasty because they combine fruit juice with the seltzers now, and it's fucking amazing.
So we're getting a lot of comments on the downtown scoop right now, so I think we need to circle back on. I'm pretty sure the downtown scoop would be some sort of sexual position that's created in Delco. But at the end of that downtown scoop, you probably need a shot of penicillin. So
you probably need a tetanus shot. You might want to check for rabies. It gets wild, the downtown scoop, if you're doing that in Delco.
Oh man. Oh, Christopher, dude, you're getting. I'm liking where you're going with this, bud. Keep that thread going.
Rec Room best seltzer ever. I don't think I've had the Rec Room seltzer yet. Jen,
I have Jen and I. All right, so.
Oh wait, no, it's a lie. You guys brought it back that night. That's a lie. I had it. It's good.
Yes. So Jen and I went out on a date the one night, and I think we came back with like 2 growlers of it at least.
Mm-hmm. Welcome everyone, by the way.
Yeah, welcome everybody. I think we came back with like 2 growlers after having.
Yeah, it was definitely 2. There's a third one there, but it wasn't from you guys. It was someone else the night before or some crap.
Yeah, but now we have 4 Rec Room growlers downstairs in the kitchen.
You can fucking start a jug band.
Oh, Jen said 4. Man, That's what happens. That's what happens when you go out on a date with Jen. You just don't remember. You just don't remember what the transactions were.
4 freaking growlers. That's amazing.
Yeah, 4 growlers of hard seltzer. It was pretty good. The Rec Room's got some tasty beer. So
they got some good food too, man. I miss those cheese curds.
Dude, their menu got really good before the shutdown. So I want to sound off really quick my favorite places for food and or I should say let's talk about breweries in Phoenixville. Let's just go with just based on their beer.
Dude, there's too many breweries in Phoenixville though. Like I think they got touted to be like at least in the state of Pennsylvania the most amount of breweries within like a mile radius or some crap or something within a block.
Yeah, so I think there was a write up like I want to say like 2 years ago maybe that Phoenixville has the most breweries per square foot, something like that.
It's within the vicinity. It's still nuts. I think there's about what, 7 or 8? Or
I know,
more
I
than
know,
that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we have 7 just in the downtown block, and then
Yeah.
there's 2 or 3 in the outskirts. So
Mhm.
I want to say,
Yeah, root down number 1.
yeah, my favorite place for beer, and I don't do a lot of beer, but like they always have at least 1 or 2 stouts, which is my go-to.
Mhm.
Um, Root Down has, like, I would say they're like my number 1 favorite beer in
Oh,
town.
not only that, man, it's fun hanging out in there. All the hip hop shit in there. And they
Yeah,
have little homages like Wu-Tang Clan and fucking Big L. It was awesome.
the cool thing
Jurassic
about
Five.
yeah, the cool thing about Root Down is it could be extremely crowded, but you don't feel like you're like sardines
Oh yeah.
because the ceilings
Of
are
course, in Rec Room.
like
I mean,
50.
Root down. Whoops.
Yeah, yeah, the ceilings are like 50 feet high, 60 feet high. So it gives you that illusion that's an open space, even if you're like packed in.
Mm-hmm.
I would say my second favorite place, um, I would say Stable 12 and Rec Room are like tied for like my second favorite beer. The thing is, like, I know everybody that works at Rec Room, so like that's where I go.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and but like Stable 12, they both have really good food. Stable 12 and Rec Room have really good food. They have a really good beer selection. So that's like my top 3. That's like my go-tos for if I want beer, beer and
So
like
if you
food.
had to order it, would most likely be Root Down, Rec Room, Stable 12, just because of how often you're there at Rec Room compared to.
And that might only be because Stable 12 is further. that's probably why.
Maybe you're trying to trim down, man. Switch it up when you are able to walk and go there next time. Go to Stable 12 and see if it makes that big difference. Maybe see
Although,
if it's
all
worth
right,
that. I know Uncle B's is worth the walk. Stable 12,
so a caveat to this,
Uh-oh.
Uncle B's. If you guys haven't had Uncle B's barbecue, it's at the edge of town, past Stable 12, across from Sips, next to the pool place and the lumberyard. Amazing barbecue, some dank specials that they have, but they also have a Root Down bar in there.
Yeah,
And
man.
yeah, so before the shutdown, we definitely went there at least once a week. My roommate Vincent, and our bass player, he's one and the
Shout out,
same.
Vincent.
Yeah, shout out to Vincent. Him and I at least once a week would like look at each other and be like, Uncle B's, and no, we never objected when either one of us suggested that. So, great food, and they have beer from Root Down.
All the local places too, not just
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Even like they got Concha Haken up in that piece. I know there's some other beers they had on. They had a rosé, John. The one time I was there, it was really delightful.
Yeah. So another cool thing that Root Down has done in the past,
The fries.
I think the owner is friends with Joe Balaguer.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe, if you guys don't know Balaguer Guitars, Sunblind, our band, has an endorsement with Balaguer Guitars, and
Praise the guitar gods. Praise the guitar gods.
Julie says Root Down is number 1. I agree, Julie. But he has done a raffle for a Balaguer guitar at Root Down, which I think I bought like $20-$30 worth of tickets for that last time. So
yeah.
I did not win, but I have a Balaguer endorsement. I have two different Balaguer guitars.
I'm waiting to get mine made, man. Not like it's in the queue, but like
right.
the fucking the Mauve Avenger that I'm making. Oh god, that thing's so fucking purple. Y'all don't know. One of my favorite colors is purple. I love purple shit. So this guitar I made on the website the one night, I just meticulously made it in this really purple-looking freakish design, and I'm loving it. One day it will be made, but for now I got my my cork guitar and my Mako Telecaster.
That's dude. Yeah, I have I actually have our former guitarist Eli making a
Ooh, shout out to
a
Eli, fucking
yeah.
luthier.
I don't think he's even on Facebook anymore. But
Nah, he's been off for a while, but
yeah,
still shout out Eli.
I have him making me a baritone guitar. He's been sending
that thing's gonna be nice.
Dude, he's been sending me pictures and it looks so good.
I really want my own baritone. I specifically want to get that Squire Jazzmaster at 79.
Ooh.
That cream one that just looks disgusting. But
yeah.
Yeah. Only because Loathe plays it, man. Shout out to fucking Loathe and the freaking believe it's Liverpool, making some of the best metal I've heard this I want to say decade, honestly.
Liverpool, England?
Yep, they're from England, man. England was bringing out the bops lately, dude. You got Don Broco. I mean, you got these dudes. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure Enter Shikari's from England.
Okay.
If not, I mean, fuck it. I know they played a lot there, but yeah, they're just consistent bops. we'll get into more about the entertainment stuff later, the stuff we've been listening to. But
hey, Julie, Juan has this awesome purple shirt. It's like a deep purple, and it says like "free hugs" or something. What does it say?
Oh no, I'm a hugger, dog.
That's right. I'm a hugger.
Yeah, dude, I'm a hugger, and it gets mistaken. Yeah, the Burberry. I'm a Burberry pirate, baby. Oh, you didn't see that fucking Snapchat the other day, did you? Me freaking out.
I did not.
I saved it. I'll send it to you later. I thought it was me and my roomie Sammy were freaking out.
Chris Grill's on.
Food. What's up?
My buddy Chris Grill's on. My buddy Chris Kenna.
What's up, Chris? Chris squared.
Bobby Orfield.
What up, Bobby?
Dude, and my buddy Ben Eldridge from high school. This is cool. We got a lot of random people on.
See, I like. I'm glad someone commented on the scarf because stimulus check. Just
dude. Yeah,
$900 scarf and then extra $100. I'm gonna get me that ocelot I've been wanting for
the ocelot.
Yeah, well, called Karen Baskins.
Yeah, you can't call Joe now. So
man, I ain't calling any of those guys.
So comment down below if you guys got your stimulus check. I want to know. I want to know what this. I'm self-employed, so I had to wait till the portal opened yesterday. Jen wants to get a tiger. Jen, I think you've already tamed enough beasts.
Anyway, so what were we talking about?
I just wanted to make it really awkward for Jen for a second.
You made it awkward for everyone involved.
Yeah,
not just one. I'm like,
yeah.
What do I say to yay?
Yeah. That was my goal. But
any hosier.
What? I'm sorry, Jen. So, did anybody see the new Tiger King episode? Did you watch it, Juan?
Oh hell yeah, dude! Me and Sam, we got a fucking mountain of Arby's that morning because we were a little hungover. And then, by the way, low key best fast food out there. I don't care what you say. Arby's is the king of meats. God damn, that brisket sandwich they got is weird, and I love it. But real quick, we watched it literally the second it came out. I think it was like noon. We watched it the second it was like we were able to play it. And Joel McHale, one great interviewer, and you've been watching Community, so like you got a little taste of Joel McHale before that, right?
So I read something that David Spade did an interview with him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically the same question. So I watched the one with David Spade.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Just because Tommy Boy, David Spade.
I didn't see the David Spade one, but I saw the initial Joel McHale one. That was pretty fun. Dude, over that, I forget that first guy's name. Well, we'll get to this in a minute, but he was just so eloquent. I was very surprised how he carried himself. The guy was like, he's like, I don't care about getting a shower, I just get peed on. That guy. But you were going to say something about Arby's, Luke?
Yeah. So,
okay.
I do
love Arby's. Now I've discovered its bounty.
So I do like Arby's. It does make me almost shit my pants. But
that's a journey, baby.
Have you ever been to the Boston area?
What, for Boston Market? That was
No. Like Boston, Massachusetts.
I'm trying to think. No, I'm thinking of Maryland. Never mind. I've been to Boston like maybe once in my lifetime so
All
far.
right. So, in Boston,
There's a
hold on a
market.
second. Vincent asked how long we were going to go on till I said 9, and John Irick said too long, and I'm just going to tell him which no girl has ever said to him before.
Ugh. Oh, rough.
All right, I had to take some time to put that one in. All right, so
F.
Boston,
Yes.
great
man.
Right. Oh yeah. So there are like little pizza shops and like deli shops that do roast beef sandwiches. So Arby's is basically a bastardized version of what you can get up in Boston. So like all these pizza shops and deli shops will make roast beef there. Like so they make it themselves, they season it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's medium rare, they slice it, and then you can get like a cheese sauce with like a horseradish. There's all these different options.
The horsey stuff, of course.
But dude, it's like the sandwiches there are like massive. They're like huge, like fat man fucking perfect, like huge sandwiches. And they just like pile the roast beef on. Like it's just like a ridiculous amount of roast beef. It's
You're doing
so
all right over
good.
there. They're a fire.
No,
Is everyone okay?
I'm having flashbacks to these roast beef sandwiches, dude. They're ridiculously good. Like if you go to the Boston area, like you got to put it on your list to go.
We're talking about Arby's right now, Jen. If you ain't down with that, I got 2 words for you. Too bad.
No, Jen, we are talking about how Arby's is a bastardized version of the sandwiches they make up in Boston. Yeah, Jen, of course I'm excited. I'm talking about fucking food. Like,
what did I just walk into? Arby's chat, Angelina.
Yeah, Arby's Angelina. Angelina, by the way. Angelina, by the way, has COVID-19 right now. So can we say it a prayer? No, like seriously, like
no. I mean, like I just heard John. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that. I was like just fucking John.
No. Anyway, I'm not calling her out. Like I checked on her today. Like I've been very concerned about her. But also like I want to know like how long it takes her to get better because she's one of the few friends that I know that actually got the virus. So like I've been checking in with her, hoping she's doing all right, making sure she's getting enough food and enough vitamin D from her boyfriend.
No, but if it's all seriousness, we hope for a speedy recovery. It's nothing to joke about. I was just more reacting to what John, how he reacted. But yeah, hopefully a speedy recovery there, Angelina.
The reason why
I have a few friends and family members that are affected by.
Yeah, the reason why I was so distracted, John Irick was standing in the stairwell trying to get in on the show right now. So, I think we. Are you still there, Juan?
It's classic me for like just halfway through this. I always get booted out
every time.
Classic Juan.
Hold on a second. Let me fix the screen.
That's W.
I don't want double me.
3,
nobody wants
2, 1, and
no
we're
one
back. We're back. We're back.
No one except for Jen and Angelina want double Luke.
I'm back. Anyway,
all right. That was a sexual joke for any of you guys that didn't get it. Jen has gotten it. But hey, Carrie Weber's on. Carrie Weber!
Oh, Carrie! I was like, wait, Carrie Weber? Oh, my friend Carrie! What's up, Carrie? All the way in freaking Michigan now.
I was going to say, I thought she was in Michigan.
Yeah, man. They're some of the best beers made. Founders.
No, Angelina, it's cool. This we want to cover as much as possible that every like with things that people are going through right now. So,
oh, you were not a buzzkill.
No, you're not. No. In fact, if you guys know anybody, if you actually have a personal friend that has
your shit is here from TD's.
All right, just give them a $5 tip for me.
John Irick, everybody. John Irick. Your shit's here.
Please,
I'm broken. I'm broken.
Send help. Please send help.
There's no help, man. You
There
are,
is no help.
you're locked in.
Wait,
Locked in.
Jen says she's listening with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Is that Chad? I'm wondering.
Chad, Michael, Vincent, one of the three, or Chad, Michael, Vincent.
I
Who
don't
knows?
know. I'm gonna guess that her new boyfriend was in a fraternity, maybe
A fraternity, like for guitar.
a fraternity. I don't know. I'm trying.
Yeah, it's just guitar bros, just doing nothing with jimmies all day. This is all we do.
I'm kidding, Jen's boyfriend. I'm kidding. I just like giving her shit because she went on a date with a guy named Chad, and then she
Checking your Chads.
Yeah, and then she tried introducing him to me. So that didn't go over well. But
Let's see, but Tiger King though, that new episode was freaking eye-opening.
Tell us a little bit about it, Juan, because I haven't watched the actual official.
So it's just an after show. Like they interview, like they follow the people. Like I think this was a few months removed. Like, hey, how are you handling this? Do you think Joe deserves to go to jail? Do you think Carol Baskins did it? All this stuff. They did like a post-show interview with everybody, and it was really well because it's all it's live during this. So like, they talk about how they're affected by COVID. How it the being like kind of famous, like Netflix famous, doing everything. That's right. One bite. You take 2 bites of the onion ring. No, you take one whole bite. Where's the honey mustard? Now I'm angry. Anyway, but Tiger King post show. It's really neat. I don't want to spoil too much of it because it does crunch. It does kind of talk a little bit more about like the ridiculous crap they had to deal with, some of the stuff the Tigers had to deal with. I say check it out just for that, because it also like they kind of made these people look like morons, honestly, throughout the entirety of the documentary. And these people, they're not like they're just people that are down their luck. They're just trying to get better, like, just like anyone else that you might know. And like they're people with thoughts, and they're actually pretty. Like, honestly, I was most impressed by the first interview. It was double ring. I was stop distracting me. I was really impressed with that first interview. But yeah, check it out if you guys haven't. I think it's not even a half an hour, 40 minutes of a couple back-to-back interviews with Joel McHale, famous for fucking Community, which you and I have been binge watching that right now. I have been watching Community. Tail end of season 2 right now, dude. I'm so mad I have not checked that show out sooner.
Thomas Valco told me to do 2 onion rings at one time, which I did.
Oh man, are you gonna be a 3-ring baby? Oh wait, they don't come with that many onion rings in that bag, do they? I forget.
I only have 3 rings left. I need to savor this.
Oh man, put the bag down. I saw Jen. Damn it! Oh, you people! I love all you people.
And
where did the come from? TD Alfredo's lead them.
Yep.
Touchdown Alfredo's or Tommy Dickey's Alfredo. What the fuck the TD stands for? Do we find that out, by the way, what TD Alfredo stands for?
I don't know.
I like Touchy Dicky Alfredo's.
Touching Dicky.
I'm
down with it. I'm down with it.
But let's see. We're like already. Oh man, 30 minutes in. I didn't realize what time it is. Let's keep the momentum going. You haven't seen the episode yet, but I think you should. I urge you just check it out. If you all have seen the episode, let me know what you think in the comments. But Luke, there's something special you announced the other day that we're trying to get done with a couple of local venues, right?
Oh yeah. So
I'm really excited about this. Tune in, folks. This is some cool shit.
So I've been conferencing with 3 venues that I've played for the last couple of years. One, Chaplin's. They were always my go-to venue when I lived up in Birdsboro. Steel City. Great open mic every Thursday night. They're still doing open mic through Zoom. So if you go to their Facebook,
that's so cool,
dude. And the sound bank,
chaotic, but I saw a few of them and they're really neat.
Yeah, and then the sound bank, and they opened. I think it was September or so, like September, October,
somewhere in that ballpark. Christmas fall.
I live 200 feet away from the back door of the sound bank, so very close to my heart, very close to me. literally. We are doing a live festival live May 15th, that whole weekend, May 15th, 16th, and 17th. And May 15th is actually my birthday. So I'm going to be playing Saturday, which I think is for the sound. I can't remember which venue.
Mm-hmm.
The Sound Bank. We're going to have the lineup announced pretty soon. But they're looking for sponsors, companies that want to sponsor it. It's basically these three venues have come together because right now they're shut down. I know Steel City's been doing takeout on the weekends, only from like 8 a.m. to 12 or something like that on Saturday and Sunday. But the Sound Bank has not been open, and Chaplin's has not been open. The Sound Bank,
Sound Bank has some great stuff they crank up besides the tunes.
dude, they have some great food. Great food.
Yeah,
So,
but at least you got Steel City, man. You can still get at that. What is it? That whatever that Fruit Loop latte, that chai latte had that one time, and get a nice little
strawberry. It was a strawberry chai latte.
Yeah, that was pretty rad.
They make waffles on Sundays. Don't quote me on the menu right now because I'm sure it's a special menu for right now.
But they got those vegan, like the blueberry crumb cakes, man. Those things were my jam.
Yeah, so their pastries are really good. Their food's really good. The Sound Bank has some really good burgers I've had there. They started doing brunch before the shutdown that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Chaplin's. So basically, this festival is basically like a fundraiser to keep them open so that once this is all over, they still will be able to open. That's one thing that people don't really realize. Like, there are a lot of businesses right now that are no longer. Like, we're 4 weeks in.
It's going to be a month, I think, coming up next Friday. This coming up Monday.
I think it's
official, I think, for our area. Yeah, they were urging people to stay home like as of the 27th of March.
Yeah. So, I mean, people don't realize there are going to be a lot of businesses that don't reopen. So, this festival is basically all the bands are going to be
British James.
What's going on? A lot of the bands are going to be pre-recording their performances, just so you get high quality performances ahead of time. But they will be doing live streaming from each venue on each day, talking about the bands, talking about the sponsors, talking about their venue, what they do. It's just going to be it's really cool to see three local venues come together. Oh, we got a Vincent in the room. He's got his hair down and everything.
Oh God, where the hell did that come from? I like turned the corner. I was like, oh my goodness, there's a Vincent.
Oh God, he came from the upstairs.
Oh, okay. Came from his. He's so badass in the background.
But the really cool thing about this is it's three local venues that, and I told them all this when I've been conferencing with them is they all offer. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Jen,
dude,
don't get
with the Sohan.
Jen's getting so jealous right now.
As she should be.
As she should be.
She should.
Ooh, he's in like short shorts right now too. Shit. Oh yeah, he just grabbed his package for me.
No, this is a special package.
There's some sexy shit going on in the divorce house right now. You guys are missing out. I live in the I live in the divorce house. I have 3 other roommates. Vincent's the only one who hasn't been divorced, but he was in a 9-year relationship that ended abruptly in like September or something like that. But getting back to this festival, so it's really cool. It's really cool to get involved because it's Chaplin's, it's the Sound Bank, it's Steel City. Oh my God.
Oh.
And
that's not 6 feet of distance there, John.
There's no social distancing going on in this house right now.
It's weird. Everyone's trying to love each other.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, it's really cool because it's 3 venues that are local that I've played extensively in different capacities, whether it's acoustic or full band. But it's really cool that, like, I kind of said to them all, you guys really should. It's really cool you're doing this because you shouldn't look at each other as competition, because you all provide the community and the music community with a different aspect and a different. You could also provide a different style of music each night. Mm-hmm. So I mean, like, that's the cool thing, is you could have a night where it's like indie rock, where like Sunblind would be playing, but at the Sound Bank, but Steel City has like an acoustic like thing going on, or like a blues
little Chesco Warped Tour.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, so that's the cool thing about this, is right now it's just how do we handle the coronavirus shutting everything down and keeping these businesses open, especially these 3 venues that we love. But it's also a cool thing that we can keep doing from here on out. Where like, that's one of the things I kind of brought up in the meeting that we had, was I said, guys, like this isn't just a right now thing. Like, this is something that we can keep going, and it could be a festival that goes on every year, where it helps support just the local music scene, the local venues, because anytime you've looked throughout history,
with the homies, man.
Homies. I mean, if you go back and look through any sort of history, whether it's like Nirvana or like Foo Fighters, or what was going on in like
Foo Fighters,
in that northwest area of the United States, like, not only were there really cool bands, but there were really cool venues to support them.
Yeah, man. If you look at Philadelphia during that time, you got legendary Dobbs. I had the pleasure actually of playing the second to last show at that place.
Yeah,
if not the last show. I don't remember how that happened.
Dude, did you ever play at the old Grape Street pub?
I was there for a show. I didn't get to play.
Okay. So, I mean, it's really, like, I'm super glad that I'm able to get involved in this. I'm helping them with their marketing. I'm helping with the planning of this festival. We get to play it. We're trying to figure out Sunblind as a band. If we're going to be able to do like a live performance ahead of time, or whether it's just going to be me and Juan doing acoustic. So we'll see how that turns out. But like, I'm super happy that these 3 venues have come together and kind of like put aside, like, it's a very selfless thing, which is really cool, where they're coming together and they're just trying to support the local music scene, as well as the other venues that are quote unquote possibly their competition, which really, we have enough people in this area where they're not competition. So make sure you tune in and support it. It's May 15th. The
15th, 10 days after Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, just slide into my DMs if you want that invite, if you don't already have it. It'll be on Sunblind's website, sunblindmusic.com. But yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. I'm really happy.
You're really happy with it?
Yeah, I'm super happy it's happening.
I was gonna say, is there if the people out there wanted to support in any way, shape, or form, besides obviously tuning in that day, like, is there anything that like to kind of assist with ramping up to the festival beyond promoting it? Like, is there anything that people can offer, like their time, or any way they can help out?
All right, so I made a video for my company, Red Bearded Marketing. I want to say like a week or 2 ago. If you want to support local artists, local musicians, local businesses, one, anything they're posting, share it, tag a friend, just share the shit out of it on all your social media platforms. And I kind of went over, like, it was a video that how to promote an artist or a business for free. That's the first one. 2, if you're going to a restaurant or you're getting takeout right now, or if it's a musician and you have their like t-shirts, like a lot of our fans have our t-shirts, like, take a picture of the food, take a picture of the t-shirt you're wearing, and make a post about it, show it to your friends. There's a lot you can do. Like, it's literally, it'll take you a couple seconds, but it means the world to these businesses and these artists. When you rep their merch or you rep what they do, just give a shout out, promote, tell your friends about it. That's really like, if you don't want to spend money or you don't have the money, I know things are tough right now. Everybody's in the same boat. You're not alone right now. But if you want to contribute in some way and you don't have the money to do it, just share it. Share the shit out of it. Like right now while we're doing this, if you support this, like add a friend to the watch now thing. That's how you like. That's the same thing you're going to be doing for this festival. Is add your friends to the watch now. It's going to be a streaming thing. I can post the link below if you want to check it out. But it's going to be a really cool festival. I think right now, and I said this the last two podcasts, what's going on right now is going to completely change our society. It's going to change how business is done. Businesses are already realizing that a lot of their employees can work from home. So if you're a musician or an artist, make sure you're putting out content right now. If you're looking to push, or if you're a business, like putting out video content and just posting, just like my big advice right now is just don't worry about whether it's high quality, like don't get too over worried. Like if you can't do high quality, just put something out. So yeah, if you want to help, message me. If you need any more information on how to help, we can talk.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be cool. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for everyone involved. Seems like a great time to just get together. As far as ways we are, still able to find a way to get together and do something for a really dope cause.
Yeah.
Now I wanted to kind of pivot into this real quick. We're kind of coming up to the little 15 to 10 to 5 minute mark.
Yeah.
So there's a few things that we're actually going to be involved in, myself and Luke, in the next few weeks. For myself, I'm actually going to be a part of this podcast of my friend Matt Kelly, who is the podcast king. Shout out Matt Kelly.
Matty K.
Yeah, I was a part of the pilot for his horror movie night podcast for the TV show. Unfortunately, the studio wants us to reshoot it in LA. I don't think I'm going to be a part of that because I think they have a whole team writing and everything with that. So it's going to be really cool what they're going to come up with the next year. But this coming up Wednesday, there's going to be an episode on a podcast known as One Hit Thunder, where they talk about the guest talks about a band and what they can the one song they're known for, and they got to discuss whether they think it's a thunder or the wonder or a blunder if the band failed. As an example, if someone says Third Eye Blind's a one-hit wonder, I say hell no, they have too many fucking hits. But if someone were to say Trapped was a one-hit thunder and it was a one-hit blunder, I would totally agree with that. Especially with the current circumstance. You been following their Twitter, man?
I've seen a lot of the backlash they've been getting on Facebook.
Oh man, I love that. Like all artists on Sumerian Records suck, and I'm like, talking about Periphery, talking about Chan, like you're out of your damn mind. You're talking about Jason Richardson from Chelsea Grin, out of your damn mind, saying they're not talented people. But anyway, that aside, the episode I'll be doing is on a band called Squeeze, who were a part of the 1980s second British invasion of music. I didn't think they got enough credit. You can hear more about my my thoughts and me and my friend Matt Kelly's thoughts coming up Wednesday. Luke, I know we have some videos. The covers you released this past week were fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, so
especially the Counting Crows. I love that.
So if you guys don't know this, like Counting Crows is probably, and I have to say early Counting Crows because I don't really like a lot of the shit they put after the third album. But
it's not bad. It's different. Like
yeah,
it didn't resonate with me.
Yeah. So I mean, Adam Duritz is probably one of my hugest. Hugest. I've been drinking.
The
huge. Nobody puts out music like the Counting Crows. If anybody knows about the Counting Crows, I know about the Counting Crows. There's nobody that knows more about the Counting Crows.
I count them 1, 2, 3 crows. They're right there in front of me.
Nobody has counted as many crows.
No one can count crows better than I can. I can tell you that right now.
But no, Counting Crows. Like, if somebody told me to put like together my top 5 albums that have influenced me, I would say they're Live Across the Wire. It's their first 2 albums, and they played a lot of the songs live. But I did a cover of Raining in Baltimore, which resonated a lot with me because all right, we're gonna get into some real shit right now.
Real shit.
My high school like crush that I went to prom with, who I was like head over heels with, where I learned heartbreak, the real heartbreak. She went to college in Baltimore, and so like the song just like really resonated with me because it was talking about Baltimore, and I went and visited her a couple times. She's definitely not listening to this because she's a mainline, snob, but she's too good for this. Yeah, I've got some digs, but no, like I love old Counting Crows stuff, and I did Raining in Baltimore, which is a great song, and my friend Dory, who lives here in town, she commented on it the other night, and I'm going to cover the Counting Crows Colorblind song, which I think that's one of their more popular songs because that song was in a couple soundtracks. And
yeah, I would think so. I mean, I don't know. Whenever I think Counting Crows, man, I think Long December.
True,
First,
but
obviously Mr. Jones and Me, everyone freaking knows, but that song is what hits me the most.
I forget what movie that song was in. Not Long December, but Colorblind. But chicks like
we have the internet, man.
They love that song, and just remember, ladies, I'm not available. I'm married to Jesus, so just calm down when I cover that song.
Married to Jesus.
But
third album, This Desert Life.
That's the album.
Cruel Intentions was featured in.
Which song?
Cruel Intent. No, the film Cruel Intentions. The Colorblind song.
I think yeah. That's why girls that are in their like early 30s to mid 30s like love that song.
I just found out today's years old when I found out the band Between the Buried and Me covered this.
Really?
Yeah, like you and I are making the same face right now. I gotta find this shit. Oh my god.
So, but we've also
brief intermission.
So we've also been talking about covering, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. And the one thing I love about Sunblind's lineup right now is like everybody is super chill and ready to try like whatever ideas we put out there. And I've been wanting to do a like hard hitting indie rock version of Round Here by Counting Crows. So with me playing like baritone guitar for the rhythm. So be prepared. That's something we want to do in the future. Once all this crazy shit is over that's going on right now. But yeah, so like I'm gonna do Colorblind sometime this week. I'm gonna put out an original that we've been working on called Who's the Cheat. That's a tentative title.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, full band.
Yeah, it's dude, like we were jamming that out before this Corona shutdown, and we were very happy.
Yeah, it's fun. It reminds me a lot of Tiny Moving Parts with how the stuff kind of bounces around a little bit. Yeah, I know we're going to be working on, well, me personally, going to be working on some covers I want to release as well, kind of keep things, even throughout the band with the covers and everything. So a lot of you know the obvious one we're going to be doing soon features a flautist, and it's not Jethro Tull. So that might be something that's coming up in the next few weeks. But want to do some Third Eye Blind, some Fall Out Boy, but also a project that I've had my eyes on for a while that I want to do is coffee shop versions of hardcore songs. Yeah. So bands like The Fall of Troy, or like those heavy songs, The Ghost Inside, maybe even a local band like Jesus Peace or Burials, just completely deconstructing their music and turning it into like a coffee shop song. A lot of people are gonna hate it, but I love it.
I love it. That's cool.
Yeah, maybe we do some. I don't know. Maybe Man Saw Tiger. You know, who knows?
I think we might have to do a Joe Exotic
I think
cover.
we gotta do a Joe Exotic song. Just how much we've talked about this, we gotta do it.
Right. Which also circling back to Gallows acoustic cover. Yes, dude. Have you ever listened to Gallows?
Yeah, of course. I listen to old Gallows, new Gallows, man. Like you know me. I dibble and dabble in the earth thing.
Have you listened to his?
Wait, which one? The guy who used to be in Alex on Fire, or the original, the second vocalist who started a British classic rock band?
The lead singer from Gallows.
There's like 3 of them.
Frank.
Yeah, so he used to. Yeah, he did like this like British rock stuff, right?
He was in Alexis on Fire.
No, the most recent one. He's like a bigger guy. He was the guitarist of Alex on Fire, Alexis on Fire. Okay, thank you. The original singer is what you're talking about, I think.
Yeah. I can't remember his name right now because I've been drinking too much. But
that's what internet.
Yeah. Vincent got me into him. Frank something.
Are you confusing him with Frank Turner?
No.
Okay, I'm not even sure. Or Frank Carter.
Frank Carter.
Really? I don't.
I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. Frank Carter is the previous member. I'm a dingus,
dude. Frank Carter's stuff is ridiculous. It's like it's got this like hard hitting like punk.
Yeah, Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. That's right.
The Rattlesnakes. It's got this hard like when he plays live. It's got this punk hardcore like vibe. The way like it comes across and hits. But it's almost like a Black Keys, like funky vibe. Like it's so good, dude.
So
like
the band so before he did Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes, there was Pure Love. That's the group I knew that he did after Gallows, and that shit you gotta check out. It's like some fucking like, British rock. Honestly, the guitars remind me a lot of like the Darkness, a little bit, and just this fucking like this driving like just. It's really cool. It's just super empowering. It talks about like how he wants to write songs about like love and happiness and not hate anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, Sam just did it right there with the Pure Love. It's complete opposite of Gallows, but no, what's up?
So I have a question. So you watched the new Tiger King episode. Did they talk about, because they kind of touched it in the David Spade episode, that Joe actually did not sing on those songs?
Oh, not only that, man. Like the second, like this got popular, the people that wrote and sung on the songs were like, "No, that ain't him. That's us." Like he kind of wrote the lyrics, but we had to like actually make them work, which I thought was like he like was like here's some words, make it fucking work, make me look good, like
that. Which is funny because that really kind of like that's very congruent with his personality.
Mm-hmm. Taking that credit, baby.
Yeah.
But just to keep things moving, we are closing up on here. Something I actually wanted to talk about. So, Luke, I know you were saying you had a falling out with the person in Baltimore. At the time, were you like kind of aware of like how to kind of decompartmentalize that moment and how to like kind of take care of yourself after that was like all falling out?
No, definitely not.
Now, if you were, let's say like you today. Let's say it happens to you today, that same exact thing. Today, would you know how to handle that?
Absolutely.
So, something I want to talk about, and it's kind of almost sound like almost like an infomercial, but I've, for those of you who don't know, I diagnosed with depression, so I have a lot of things that occur, they're really out of my control. I just got to kind of, help myself calm down and do what I got to do. But these times especially, it's harder to like kind of break out because you don't have the same. For me, a lot of the stuff I like doing was like driving out, going to a park, or like hanging out with friends or talking with somebody. I guess I'll call people and talk with them, but like this is showing to me like how much important self-care is, especially like just being able to find what helps you calm down. I can't urge it enough. Whatever the heck you guys want to do, you guys do to help you calm down. Don't be afraid. In the comments, we all love each other. Just trying to support each other. So like whatever you guys do to help with your anxiety, your depression, anything that's just like kind of getting you off level, post it up in the comments. I'm really curious. For me, meditation has helped me out a lot this past week. I'm actually starting to get, thanks to my job, they gave me a free subscription to Headspace and OpenFit.
Okay.
So I'm able to, until July. It's like a kind of like a premium trial, which is kind of cool. If you haven't heard of either of those apps, they're both great. OpenFit gives you like really easy at-home workout instructions. I can post some stuff later. There are referral codes. I'm not going to promote them too much yet because they're kind of, in the air of where they'd actually go to. But yeah, definitely check out Headspace if you're trying to figure out a way to make things at level again, and kind of clear out your head a little bit. Luke, what do you do to kind of help at ease?
So I really like this topic. It's actually something I've been wanting to cover, but didn't know who we could add in for this. So maybe if you guys want to comment below on what you want us to talk about a little bit next week and go over, but maybe a topic would really be handling I'm a divorce male. I would love to kind of talk about how I handled that and how I got through that. I actually, funny enough, my friend Emily right now just signed on, and I was actually thinking about doing an interview because she's a psychologist, or she's a therapist. I'm sorry.
Either way,
but I was actually thinking about doing a podcast where we kind of covered divorce because I mean, everybody's making a joke out of it right now, but we're going to see a lot of divorces and a lot of breakups. If you haven't already seen a breakup right now, I know a couple of friends that have already broken up during this, but I would love, yeah, I would love to do a podcast right now on just the headspace of being in a pre-breakup and a post-breakup, and a little bit about how I handled it. Everybody's very different. Everybody handles things differently. The one advice that I really give to people is find out what your therapy is. And that doesn't necessarily mean going and doing therapy with somebody. If you want to do that, if that's something that helps you, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's unnecessary for me. And again, it's very individualized. I'm not making a clear across the board statement. For me, music was a huge aspect of my therapy.
Hell yeah.
When my ex and I split. And if you've listened to our last album, our self-titled album, Sunblind, the whole album is really about. It's almost my friend Steve wrote up a review of the band in the album, and it's very much a autobiography of the struggle of everything I went through, with in my head, and even on an existential plane. So I think music therapy was playing music, playing out, surrounding myself with people I care about, people that care about me, and being part of a music scene was something that the guys that were in, we used to be called Awaking Mercury before Sunblind. We changed our name, but
good dudes.
I literally I hope they understand how much I love Eli and Dylan. They're not in the band anymore, but
wait, you don't love me?
I love you too, Vincent. I love you too, Vincent. Vincent's getting upset because I wasn't mentioning it, but no, seriously, I'm getting a little teary because literally having that support group and that core of people that really cared about me. I specifically remember the weekend my ex and I had that fucking 24-hour talk about how it was over and how we couldn't do it, and your brain's just going through this jumble of bullshit and craziness, and you don't know what's up and down. And Eli, who was our guitarist in the band, he was just hey dude, Eli's married. He was married at the time, and he's just Sarah said to come over for dinner. It was almost a no's not an answer.
Yeah.
And it was I was gonna say yes anyway, but dude, it meant so much, and they didn't you don't have to spend money on the person, you don't need to go crazy out of your way, when somebody's going through something like that, just like, hey man, come over for dinner, come and hang out. Like, if you want to talk about it, if you
Just
don't,
simple.
if you don't want to talk
Be
about
surrounded by good things and good people, dude.
yeah. So I mean, maybe that's something we could really talk about next week.
I'd be down with that. Yeah, like just kind of break away from, the. I mean, we'll still crack jokes and everything, but we also want to highlight some things that just are on our minds. We're all human, and I really just like engaging with people. So if you feel any way about this pod and want to comment or want to add in your 2 cents to this, we love to hear what you guys have to say. But we are passing the good old hour that we've been doing this. It's crazy, man. How this flies by us so fast. But I think something also. What's up?
If you want to listen back to this, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I post this. I'll probably post this like tomorrow on our YouTube channel, so you can go back and listen.
Yeah, listen, share it. If people can see it live, we like to hear what you guys have to say. Any critiques, much appreciated. We love you all for tuning in and sticking around with us. Something that kind of piggyback off this self-care and everything. You gotta also engage your mind a little bit. You can't go stir crazy and just say you're bored and just keep watching Netflix and binging. So it's this part where we do the final five, the final 5 minutes. Technically, we're gonna try to condense a little bit. What have you been like jamming on or entertaining yourself with this past week, Luke? Like any books, any podcasts, anything you want to shout out, or anything you watched?
I have been listening to so there's a band called Abandoned Kansas. Ooh. They were on Bad Christian. I don't know if you guys have listened to the Bad Christian podcast. They have
I heard a couple episodes, yeah.
They have 2 members from the band Emery, which was like an early Tooth and Nail screamo band. Great band. They started a podcast. Jeremy is the lead singer of Abandoned Kansas. He is now if you are friends with him on Facebook, Jeremy Spring, he's been doing a live music thing. He's doing covers, he's doing originals. His new band is called Glass Age. Glass like a wine glass, and age like how John Eyrick has aged so much compared to me.
That's rude. You're such a dick.
He's not listening. He has
listen.
He has like a 2-minute attention span for stuff like this.
Glass Age though?
Glass Age. So but no, like I was watching him play live yesterday, and he's doing a live performance on Saturday. He has stuff on iTunes. He has a full album out there, Abandoned Kansas. Great album. Like, he's got some great tunes on there. Super strong voice. I got to see him play acoustically here in Philly with a couple of my friends at a show. Such a strong songwriter, really strong vocalist, really cool dude. So I've just been circling back to his music. His one song Anniversary on his newest album as Abandoned Kansas, like, really good. I think he was married at the time when he wrote it, and it's a very like end of the relationship type of song.
Kind of resonate with that. I got you.
I think I heard it around the same time. It was like the anniversary. It was my wedding anniversary, like a year after my ex and I had split, or something like that. So it hit hard.
Dumpster fire.
Yeah, dude, it was good. It's really good. Like, I told him, I was like, dude, like, the song hit me so hard because like it was right with like a year after my ex and I split, and he's like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm like, no. I'm like, no, don't be sorry, dude. No, like it hit, dude. That's what you're supposed to do as a songwriter. But
we can What was it? Is there anything else you want to shout out there?
No, we've got a couple of videos that are going to be hitting to our YouTube channel this week. So make sure you subscribe to Sunblind's YouTube channel so you can see them. We're letting them release on YouTube first before Facebook. So if you want to hear stuff, you want to see this podcast, we're only releasing the podcast on or vlog, whatever you want to call this, on our YouTube channel. So
yeah, what was it? For me, what I've been checking out lately, not really anything in particular, like band wise, but I mean, besides this band I checked out called Black Pumas, they're fucking pretty cool. They're really funky, and it's kind of like it reminds me of just like listening to Shaft live. It's really neat, but just all original music. But I want to shout out KEXP. They have this awesome catalog of full performances from bands that I've enjoyed, like Mac DeMarco. There's one group I just checked out called Terror Cactus. They're just like another one of those bands that wear masks, and they're really experimental. But one of my favorite performances is actually from this super group called Boy Genius. Features Julian Baker, Phoebe Bridges, and Lucy Dacus. Some of the best female singer-songwriters that we have today. And they're all in one group, and that performance is amazing. I was actually made the mistake of listening to it during work, and I cried. It's just so good. But yeah, check that out. What was it?
What was the name of that band last week? Thundercat,
man, the bassist, man.
So, remember how I gave a shout out to my buddy Dakota that signed on?
Yeah, he's oh my god, what band? Help me. Is it Amorosa? Is that right?
He did guitar teching for like Rome and Sublime.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, okay. My bad.
So he actually messaged. I was talking with him after the show, and he actually said it was funny that you brought that band up because that was the last band he was teching for before the shutdown.
Dude, Thundercat's rad, man. Thundercat is so tight.
He sent me the video that they did live on it was like SNL or something like that, or I forget.
Yeah,
it's Jimmy Fallon. I think. And he's like that. He was teching for them that tour, and he's like, dude, it was so weird that you gave a shout out to me, and then you started talking about the band I was teching for.
Dude, Thundercat's rad. I love him, man. If you guys haven't checked out Thundercat, some great, just ridiculous. Like he's a modern Les Claypool, but he's just funky. He got that neo soul and R&B vibe. His latest album, he actually has Kamasi Washington's a really good saxophone player. But let's see here. What else I got going on?
All right, guys, we have to end this podcast. Jen is drunk and she's messaging the chat down below, so we have to end this before she train wrecks it. So
if you got 2 more minutes, hold on a second. So I've been playing Katana Zero. Katana Zero is awesome on the Switch. If you got that, check that out. Beyond that, there is a dope compilation. I'll put it in the chat here in a second in the comments. It is a mashup of freaking Slipknot, Duality, and Space Jam. I just want to leave everyone on that. You're trying to deprive the people of a fucking jam, Luke, and you try to cut me off?
That's it. No, that's what we're leaving everybody with. Yes.
Yeah. Because you know why, Luke? I am out of beer, and are you out of wine?
I'm at my last sip. So you guys have a great Friday night. God knows I am. God knows Juan is. So
Juan's doing good.
Juan. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to listen back to this, check out our YouTube channel. We'll be releasing it this weekend. Have a great weekend, guys. Be safe out there. We love you. Thank you for tuning in.
Yep. Take care. I'm just gonna sit here.
Take care, guys.